I'm your secrets, like your fantasies or your nightmares. I am the second house of the seventh house. When people marry, and then their money joins together into one. I am shared resource. I am the aftermath of two people coming together. The deep connection that comes after that. The jealousy, the secrets, the obsession, the shared money, resources. What is yours is now what is mine, and what is mine is now what is yours. I am the house of the things you cannot see, things in the dark, things like magic or the occult, metaphysical, spirituality, and the things that are hidden. Fears, trauma, psychology, secret services, death, rebirth, regeneration, sex, transformation. I am all these things. I am also about power, personal power. So, what is the eighth house? If we want to learn about the eighth house, which is exactly everything I just said, but if we want to learn it through a creative way, almost as if it's an aesthetic, it would be black, of course. It is the things in the dark, things that are hidden. It would be mm, like when you defend yourself, when you fight. That is like personal power. If the second house is about like physical security, the eighth house is more about deep inner security, when it, like emotionally, intuitively, all that stuff. And depending what sign your eighth house is in, it could even mean mentally. I mean, it is connected to psychology already, so it's already got a mental element to it. It's mostly emotional, mental security. It's a very interesting house, and my north node is there, so I love the energy that it brings me. It is all about the deeper things of life. And if you want to feel more activated and close to it, I am guessing connect more to the dark. Connect more to your shadow self. Connect more to the hidden things like magic, the occult. Don't be afraid of true deep intimacy with somebody else. Go towards magic, cats, witchcraft. In witchcraft, the color black is used for protection. So, if you see the color black associated with the 8th house, you could say 8th house is about protection, it's about personal power, it's about owning your power and not letting other people take it, protecting your personal power, and having that true deep intimacy with one other soul that you can't really get with just about anybody. And yeah, it's a pretty fun energy. It's pretty dark, it's pretty deep, it can be fucked up, but it's beautiful nonetheless. Pretty enchanting. I'm still trying to learn this house, even though I've already explained so much. It's pretty hard to understand in general, because it's like a mystery house in general. So, yeah, it's kind of hidden from us. It's the things that are hidden from us, the things we hide from others. Secrets, hidden feelings. When you have sex with somebody, it's pretty usually private and personal. Not always, not everybody, but you know, mostly usually it's a private, personal thing. Intimate thing to do with someone. It is the merging of resources, sharing, So instead of always like, oh, this is all mine, now it is all theirs and yours, and everything is both of yours. So there's some things to keep in mind when thinking about the eighth house. Um, it's also about transformation. So maybe transformation in regards to your sexuality, your psychology, your intimacy, your spirituality, ego death for sure, because the south of the opposite of the eighth is the second house. It's very kind of, it's a bit egotistical. If the eighth house is an aesthetic, it would involve the color black, cats, magic, astrology, tarot cards, candles, maybe like maroon or dark purple, Halloween, spiritual things, creepy things, secretive things, things from the dark, scary stories. Um, it would be money, but like shared money, old money, inheritance, um, just these things part of life. It can even connect to trauma, just like not easy to have like a lot of eighth house stuff going on because it's not an easy house always, but it is the second house of the seventh house, so it could bring good things too. It could bring security, from sharing resources. It could bring deep intimacy, security that you can only get after really being close with somebody else and no other way. Mm, it can bring beauty, but in its own way, very in a deep, secretive way. And it's not as obvious as the second house energy. It's not as physical or material, but it is still real, deeply felt, very, very beautiful in its own way, and amazing. It's about magic too. I'm going in circles. I've already said all these things, and this is getting to be 8 minutes long. I don't know what else to say except that everything I already said. The eighth house is pretty something. It's something. I love it so much. If you have any questions about the eighth house, feel free to ask. I will try to answer because I do want to add a little more to the information I just said already, but it's a little bit of a mysterious house, so it's not as clear of an answer right now. But if we talk about it more, maybe we can come more, with our own experiences of this house, we can come to a more clear conclusion about this energy and its purpose. But it's definitely about a transformation and life, death, rebirth, death and rebirth cycles. If you have your North Node here, you're definitely going to like go through deaths, not real deaths. I mean like spiritual deaths a lot. You're going to kind of basically reincarnate, but like in this current life, without actually physically dying. It's really interesting. You'll feel like you live many lives because you are going through reincarnation through this one life. So, today's the full moon in Scorpio, which, could connect to the eighth house. Um, so yeah, honor this energy, respect this energy, work with this energy, don't fight against it, because we do need transformation sometimes. Sometimes there's parts of us that do need to die and be reborn. So don't shut it away just because it seems scary and dark. Sometimes it is needed. So, yep. Accept transformation and deep intimacy. If you have North Node in 8th house, or you have a lot of like positive 8th house placements, or in general, these are all themes that would be in your life. So, depending on your other placements, but like, yeah. I guess this is just a video simply about the 8th house, not necessarily about any placements, but Just some things to think about.